Hi, Kahina. Yay. I'm still just setting up. Sort of. I don't know. It's going to begin very shortly. Yay. I'm just trying to. Let's see. No. Thank you. Pop out chat. There we go. That's what we want. Let's see. Shit. Alright. I'm going to do it this way. Damn it. Damn. Okay, here we go. Yay. Never easy, is it? I don't know if y'all can see that. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Thank you. Hello, my SoulFlowers. Still Lab 45. Yes. I do have a confession to make. I was not feeling it earlier. I was thinking this is the worst birthday ever. Kind of is for me, but it's not, it's not, that bad. I'm just going through a lot this year. This past year has, sucked ass. We're just going to be real about that. So 45, last year at age 44, I was like, yes. Today is like, it's in my description. I was like, today I'm 45. I've been practicing that still alive at 45 for a week, so I had to say that. So we are going to do another Q&A. The last one wasn't bad. It just, I wasn't prepared. So what I was doing, I was just kind of twiddling my thumbs, just waiting for people to show up, and that's just not the way you do it. You should have something to talk about so that I am not just sitting here. So we're going to talk about, I just want to talk about age, life, and creativity. Just basically stuff on my mind. And when I say age, life, and creativity, I am not just talking about my age. I am not just talking about my style creativity. Please feel free to join in with your comments. And, yeah, just feel free to join in. I'm going through it. I am going through somewhat of a middle-age crisis here. It is not cute. And I am not happy about that. Oh, thank you. If y'all can't hear me or anything, please let me know. I am here alone and I didn't really get a chance to test this out last night like I wanted to. So just let me know if there's any problems. But yeah, I've been feeling it and I feel like I feel like no one can be honest about things. I mean, we can. I feel like if it's mean-spirited and if it's at someone else's expense, then yeah, it's freedom of speech and all. But when you're going through something personally, something like middle age and middle-age crisis, I'm not alone here. I'm not the only middle-aged person. I mean, that's ridiculous. And this is not the first time it happens. But when you say stuff like that, when you kind of just, bare your feelings, no, people don't want to hear it. They just want to go, it's like, get over it, stop whining. Well, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Thank you. I've been feeling this week. I've been feeling this way for about a couple weeks, and it's just been this low. It hasn't been like a, "Ugh, I'm just so sad," and tears. It's just kind of just been this low grade uncomfortableness, if you will. And I know why, and I just, it doesn't feel good. You know, I'm always about be proud of who you are and be proud of your age. It doesn't matter. And while that's true, I'm feeling it. It's like, oh no, I'm starting to kind of feel like a hypocrite here. Not really. But then I got called an old hag online. And I know it's online. I know haters be hating and all that, but it's just when your age is vomited back out to you that way, it's kind of like startling. Like, ooh, okay, yeah, I am middle-aged, and you know, you think you're strong, you think you've set yourself up, and it's like, yeah, I'm middle-aged, whatever, call me old, whatever. That is usually my attitude, but I guess when I'm feeling vulnerable, and it's something like that happens, it's just kind of more of a, yeah, this really does suck. I am unfuckable and I'm lovable and useless. Not true, of course, but that's how you feel. It's, you know, I'm just hoping it doesn't get worse as far as feeling like a drag. People tell me, I remember my mom, you know, she was going through her 50s, and she didn't have the best attitude about it. She's just like, man, wait till you hit 50. I mean, when she was 50, I was still in my 30s. So, she said, wait till you hit 50. Everything goes downhill at 50. I sure the hell hope not, because 45, I'm feeling it. It is like, oh my God. You know, it's to the point, you know, you ever not even run into something. I'm finding bruises on my body, just randomly, and I don't know how the hell they got there. I mean, they hurt a little bit when you press it, but you know, you look down, it's like, where did that come from? Where did this come from? And where did these come from? So I'm just kind of, you know, sometimes when you have a positive attitude about things, which is what I try to have, sometimes, you know, you just gotta take a break from the chipper Pollyanna thing. It's just gonna be like, you know what, this is real life and it sucks. It really sucks. 45 is great, but yeah, it's hard to deal with when you get so many messages that you're just basically should be dead. And that's for men and women. And I think women have it way worse. Because, you know, that's what happens when we're valued for our looks and only our looks. But men get it too. It's just not women. It's like, damn. So, for some reason, excuse me. So I just had to get that off my chest. I'm just kind of down about it. So, I decided to name some good things and bad things about what I'm feeling about middle age. First thing, this is a good thing. Some people may think it's bad, but it's good. Number one, I am out of date and totally uncool, and that is awesome. It is such a relief to wear and do things, or my thing is old slang words like that's boss or like fresh. I never used fresh, but now I'm purposely using outdated slang just to see like, yeah, see, I'm not hip, I'm not cool, I'm not in the loop, and I'm damn proud of it. I'll be honest with you. It's a relief because, you know, in high school, college, but especially high school, and middle school, you know, if you wear the wrong shoes, or I had off-brand Converse because my mom was a single parent. She could not afford the real deal. And I got laughed at and clowned for that. And it's just like, okay, wow. It's the same freaking style. Only it doesn't have the stupid star in it inner ankle. But that's high school, man. Everything's just gotta be on point, and there's no such thing as off-brand in high school. At least not in my high school. So it felt more like a big deal when you're a teenager. Now it's like, actually, now I'm like, hey, you paid $20 for a knockoff instead of $100 for the real thing. I should use different examples. It's more like 100 for the knockoff and like 2,000 for the real thing. And it's if you want quality in the name brand, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just like these designers, they're richer than me. They should be paying me for wearing their name on my butt. Whatever. So I am out of date and uncool, and I'm fine with that. One good and bad thing with middle age. You simply know more. It's good that you know more, but sometimes I feel like I know where ignorance is bliss. I know where that saying is, and I admit sometimes I wish I was ignorant, because the more I know, it's just like I guess it's knowledge. I guess you have knowledge, and it's like, what do I do with it now? And how do I apply it? How do I apply it? So it's good and bad. It's depressing, because you realize how much stupidity there is out in the world. I wouldn't mind never knowing that ever in my life, but it is what it is. You can't be wise without knowledge, so there you go. Next. That's all I have right now. The good thing is you do get comfortable with yourself, generally. But what also sucks for me personally, I got a wall up. Forget Trump's wall, okay? I got my own wall. It is up, it is 4 knots, and it's impenetrable because I've just been so dogged and just so wrong and done dirty. So, when that keeps happening, you just like, you've got to earn my vulnerability. That's how I feel at this point. Everyone wants it's okay to feel vulnerable, and if you're a woman, you should be submissive. No, homie, you gotta earn that, and because that involves trust. And when you trust people and you become vulnerable, and they shoot you in the face, it's like, well, damn. Sorry I did that. I'm still getting over a broken friendship, and this ended 4 years ago. It's pathetic. I really should move on. I have, but it's just, I just feel deeply. That's all that is. It's like, I'm very loyal. So when I decide you're my friend or you're my boyfriend or whatever, we're in this for the long haul, and they're like, yeah, girl, we're besties, or, yeah, I love you, or, sometimes that leads in marriage or whatever. And then you do something wrong. Even if you don't even know it, you do something, person gets pissed off, and they just say, fuck you, we're done. And it's like, wow, okay. No benefit of the doubt, no forgiveness. You could apologize 100 million times. Nothing. You are thrown to the curb. People are disposable. That is just the way it is in the modern era. Whether it's jobs, relationships. It really hurts with relationships. But people just seem to be disposable. It's like, well, I got my use out of you. Bye. It's like, well, damn. So it sucks because I've been thinking about friendships too, and it's just like, it's just so hard. It's just hard meeting people at this age. And people deal with loneliness at this age. If they have children and they're adults, they leave the nest. A lot of people going through divorce. So that's painful. Just all sorts of crap. So, once you leave school, if you don't have friends, good luck. I'm not saying you can't meet them. A lot of my friends I have met through school. I'm not only through school, but mainly through work. But you know, people have lives. They've got to do what they gotta do. They want to start families. And a lot of my friends moved away because I live in a high cost of living area. And we're trying to make $1.15 right now. But and so others, they had to move. They can't afford it here. It's just that simple. So my feeling with loss, um oh yeah. My feeling with loss, it's not just death. That's the most devastating. I don't think anything could top that. It was my mother. I don't care how many, friendships lost. That sucks too. But nothing will, um, ever top my mother's death. But as far as loss, it's not just death. It's end of friendships. It's end of relationships. It's, for me, end of my job. I mean, it's just, and that's been weighing on me too. I'm still looking for work, and I just hate how everything is centered on your job, because when you lose it, you can't afford to go nowhere. You can't, everyone else is at work, so you can only hang but for so much. And the worst part is, in the US, health insurance is tied to your job, if you even have it. Ugh, it's just such a drag. I just hate this. I'm a work to live type of person, and I feel like I'm one of the few in my society who has that mindset. I feel like I live in a society where it's work to live. Work till you're 80 years old and drop dead next year. Like, damn, okay, I mean, I'll work. It's not a problem, but I feel like sometimes I wish I was a workaholic. I wish I was a workaholic and nothing mattered to me but the job. I just, it was probably not easier, but it seems that way. So yeah, my wall's up, and it's funny, I went from a shy child to somewhat social. Once I hit adulthood, I started to slowly become more social, and now I'm starting to isolate myself, and that is not good. So I'm also dealing with isolation. Big part of the isolation, however, is the weather. We are in February, so it's cold. We're not gonna start seeing warmer weather until probably a month, if we're lucky. So I'm just, all these feelings. It's like they've hit at once. It's stuff I've been feeling for a little while. I haven't said anything, and it's like, okay, it's just life. I get over it. And now it's all hit, and now I'm just like, ugh. It's just like, I don't know, guys. That's what I've been dealing with. I'm just I'm trying to get back to just owning my age. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. We either age or we die. That's just the reality of it. But it's just this tug and pull of who I am versus messages. You constantly get bullshit messages. It's a constant battle to just say, no, screw you, go away, I'm not listening to you. But then you got more in this direction, and this direction, and this direction, and this direction from crowds of people. It's like, stop the voices. I can't take it. It gets to you. It gets to you. If you are... Do I have any even advice? I have no advice. And by the way, apologies for those who are older than me, because I know y'all are sitting there like, give me a freaking break. You are only in your mid-40s. I remember one time, I specifically remember this. I was in my late 30s. And I was whining to my mother, and I was just saying, oh my God, I can't believe I'm almost 40. And without skipping a beat, she's like, are you kidding me? I'm almost 60. So, what was the lesson there? It's okay to complain about your age, but what you can't do is complain about your age to people who are older than you. It's the same way as body weight. have these skinny, tiny friends talking about, oh goodness, I gained so much weight. I'm just so fat. And I'm like, well, thanks. I'm just a big old whale then, because I weigh at least 50 pounds more than you. And of course they backtrack, like, no, you look beautiful. We didn't mean that. I'm, okay. I ain't taking it personally. I know what you meant, but you might want to be careful with that. Don't talk to me about how big you are. No. And I don't do that with women who are bigger than me. So, just a lesson there to be careful who you complain to, especially if you want sympathy. Oh wow, I rambled for 20 minutes. I should have did this in the last one. I can just ramble, see? But I do want it to be somewhat cohesive. So we are going to I'm going to take a look at your comments now. See what's going on. All right. Oh, 45 years young. Okay, got a good crowd here. Thank you guys for joining me. I think it helped that I upped the hour, and I know a lot of people wanted to, or a number of people wanted to join me. They're not able to, or they simply live in a country where they're either at work or it's early in the morning. I mean, we're a bunch of night owls here, okay? So, the timing, it's never going to be perfect because we are all living in different time zones. That's just the way it is. So, I am glad that y'all were able to make it to my live stream, and it is a work in progress. I'm sure the next one's going to be even better than this. So let's see what more we have here. Let's see. Oh, 37. I can't believe it. I need more adulting. Oh, that's another battle I'm dealing with. Adulting. You know, I've always hated that word, adult. Even when I was a child. I was never one of these kids that rushed into getting older. I had, I would be in middle school, and the girls in my class, they couldn't wait to get their period, and they were, had little boobies, and they were like all about their bras and all that. Pfft, I wasn't interested in any of that crap. Like, are you kidding me? And I think I was 3 reasons. One, I was kind of tomboyish as a child. I did the sports thing, and I was into Star Wars, and I was thinking about Star Wars. I was thinking about being an astronaut, of course. And then my mom said, you got to know a lot about math because that's a science-based profession. And I said, oh no, okay. So one was I was tomboyish already, and 2, I seem to be, I've always been a late bloomer of sorts. When girls started dating, I didn't start dating until like 5 years after, stuff like that. So I've always been a late bloomer. If the girls in my class were 11 years old, I was kind of like 9 years old, even though I was the same age. I hope I'm explaining that well. But the 3rd reason is I had a mother who, she did not hold back on saying how life was sucking, and it was all very adult. It was always work and bills and Reagan and politics and the news. And it's just like, her bra would cut into her, and she'd just get this thing off of me, or she'd have cramps. And I was like, oh my god, like, there is nothing about adulthood that seems appealing. The only thing that seemed appealing was making your own money and do what you want. But my example was a single mother, so, she wasn't living the high life and going these nightclubs. No, work, school, home. And then when she was done with school, it was working home. That is it. And I have no complaints. When I say home, that included time spent with me and my sister. But yeah, she did not. There was nothing appealing about adulthood to me, except money and buying stuff. Everything else, I didn't understand it. I didn't want to understand it. No. It's like, I don't care if I don't care if I ever grow up, and I still have the same attitude. But, it's, pardon me, that's an attitude I don't want to lose. I feel like if I lose, any semblance of joy or any childlike I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to be childish. I don't have a problem being childlike, but I don't want to be childish. There's a difference. Because I'm at an age now, I'm getting set in my ways, and if you let the anger continue, it could turn into bitterness, and I'm at a prime age for that. Look, like half my adulthood is gone already, and there's stuff I didn't, wasn't able to do, blah blah blah. It's really easy to be bitter. I can't allow that. I feel like if you let bitterness seep in and just fester, then you're gonna be a cantankerous old lady. I want to be a cool, cute old lady. I don't want to be a cantankerous old lady who's like, the world sucks and I hate everyone who's younger than me, even though I'm 100 years old, which is like the majority of the population. It's just, I'm being a little facetious there. But, I want to be one of those old people. They're doing their thing. They're taking classes. They're going to the museum. They're drinking coffee. And they're going to bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And they're happy. That's my goal. I don't care about the gray hair. I don't care about the wrinkles. I'm just hoping I have my mind. That's what scares me about old age, is losing my mind. Because you don't even know it. So yeah, looking old, I don't care about that. I just hope to have my mental faculties still there. So yeah. So adulthood, there's great things about being an adult, and there are a lot of things that are just, it's also, people feel like you can't have fun at your old age. Like, I was reading some article, I don't remember, it was one of those bullshit articles on like the Daily Mail or something. But UK people call it the Daily Fail. I think that's hilarious. We're gonna call it the Daily Fail. It's just one of these tabloid type rags. But it's basically like, if you're over 40, this is what you should do. You shouldn't go clubbing. You should go partying and blah blah blah. And it's just like, why the hell not? It's like when you get money and a little freedom to do what you wanted at 15, let's say. Oh, now you can't do that anymore. And in my opinion, you need to ignore that. Seriously. Because people try to age you older than what you are. So, you're 45. You should act like you're 70. No, ma'am. I don't think so. I'm going to look at more comments. That's so rude. Yeah. Yeah, it's like hag. Like, damn. Like, I don't mind being an old woman, but old hag? Like, Jesus. And all I said, this was a comment on a video, and I should not have stepped out of my boundaries of the Gothic alternative videos. Because you comment on some of these other videos, people just are so angry. I don't know. Basically, it was a well-dressed man, and he gives style advice for other men on how to, be put together and how to dress with style and look for high quality clothes and, stuff like that. And he is a bit of a dandy. He really wears, patterns and colors, and pretty old school. He wears hats, pocket squares, that type of style. And he was saying, I forget what he said. Basically, wear a hat and not baseball caps. I guess it was style mistakes men make that women don't like. Something like that. So all I said on the comment was, I like your channel, this was a good video, and I agree with the baseball caps. I love men in hats. That's all I said. Basically, I love men in hats, and I prefer hats to baseball caps. That's because you're an old hag over 40. It's like, alright, I was like, man, it was bothering me a little bit. When I went to the comment, though, and I saw the picture, I let it go, because he was young. I don't know if he was in his 20s or his teens, but if there's a chance someone's a child, that's beneath me. I don't fight children. So it's like, he's probably in high school. No wonder I'm an old hag. He's probably 12. Who knows? But it was just like, it's weird how you can't even make positive comments anymore. I wasn't blasting the video. I wasn't blasting everyone. So that's the world we live in these days. Oh, y'all are out here. Woo. Let's see. Yep, Walmart Converse. Where did I get the Converse? Where did my mom get the Converse? There were so many different independent shoe stores back in the day. You know, it wasn't. I mean, you could go to JCPenney or Sears or Nordstrom's and all that and get shoes, but there were a lot of shoes. There was one of my favorites. It was called the Wild Pair. I drool over those shoes. They were cheaply made, and you know they've died into the landfill somewhere. But yeah, the Wild Side, that was my store, and I had a picture. I remember there was a picture in the How Many Goth Bands videos I did, where basically how many goth bands do you need to be called? Do you need listed to be called a goth? And of course, I said one. Blah blah blah. But one of the pictures I showed of myself, I was in this black mini dress, sitting on a curb, and it had a cutout on the side, and I had these chunky black shoes with the buckle on it. Those are the type of shoes the Wild Pair sold, and that's where I got them. So yeah, there were just so many little independent shoe stores that I got the Converse from. And one thing about them being cheaper was I was able to get all sorts of colors. So I had colors to match my little outfits, and I didn't care if they didn't have the star. I couldn't see them half the time anyway, especially if you're wearing pants, but you know, it's the end of the world not to have a name brand thing in high school. And most of us grow out of that, thankfully. Some don't, but yeah, it is what it is. Hey, do you have lucid dreams? If you do, have any tips? I don't know if you're referring to me. I want to get back into dreaming. I don't know. I've never had lucid dreams. Although I have to look into it, to be honest with you. Maybe I did and I didn't realize it. Or maybe it's like orgasms. Like, if you don't know, if you have a lucid dream, you would know it. That's how my mom said. I don't know what we were talking about. She asked about orgasms. I said, I was clearly an adult. And I was just like, I think I had one. She's like, nah. You would know, believe me. And of course she was right. But back on track. Lucid dreams. I don't think I've had them before. I do want to get back to remembering my dreams. And this will be an upcoming video. But I have my old dream journals. I used to keep dream journals. And what I would do, first of all, like my partner who I sleep with, or, you know, in the day when my sister and I shared a room, I'd make sure to tell them, if you see me sit up in the bed with the covers over me, don't talk to me, don't interrupt me, I'm fine, I'm writing down my dreams. So what I would do, I would keep a notebook and pen on the side of the table, and you know, I'd go to sleep, and I did that, and they do suggest that, because what I would do, when I woke up, I wouldn't open my eyes. I would grab the notebook and the pen, and I would start writing my dream. Because the longer time passes, even like in a matter of minutes, the more of your dream you forget. So I had to keep my eyes closed, and it was usually dark, and I'd write. And, you know, my sister was like, what are you doing? It's like, shh, I'm writing down my dreams, don't talk to me. And she'd go back to bed. So I'd write and write. And then, usually when I got to work and I had a break during my lunch or, you know, before the workday started, I would rewrite the dream. But the point was getting that on paper. It doesn't matter that it's all scribbly and you can't make out afterwards. You get it on paper so that you have a written record of what your dream was, and then you rewrite it. So I will share that in a future video, but I have dream journals, and I love dream journals, and I do want to get back into dreaming. It's very soon, and that means I need to work on my sleep, because it's hard to remember your dreams if you're not sleeping well, and that's the reality. So I do want to get back into that. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and I really appreciate it, because like I said at the beginning of the video, this birthday kind of sucks because of what I've been going through just mentally and in life. But look how quickly it took for me to feel better. It's like, huh, what was my problem? And this is what's cool about honesty, about your feelings. You get it out there, you get advice, you get support, and then I'm good. I just have to get it off my chest, and instead of letting it just linger there. Let's see. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Fenris. Magnificent person. Yes. I need to get a new crown soon. I'm feeling the crowns. I think that might be my new shtick. We'll see. It costs money, though. That's the only problem. Let's see. Or maybe not. I have ideas. Let's see. This is awesome, you guys. Let's see. Yes, be a happy old person. Yeah, it's... Because once you're dead, you ain't gonna age. That's the reality of it. Which is why our attitude, and when I say attitude, I mean Western society, attitude of aging is bullshit. And that's because it's shallow. It's based on looks. So, of course we worship the young. Everyone looks better when they're young. I mean, come on. You don't have wrinkles. You don't... Actually, now that I say that, that's not true for everyone. I've seen people that look better at 40 than they did at 20. I don't know how that happens, but it happens quite a bit. So, I take that back. People don't always look better when they're younger, but generally speaking, yes. So you're prettier and you just don't know as much. And I guess that's the perfect combination. Yes. I love it. I laughed so hard when I was reading the Daily Mail. I don't know if y'all know, there's a columnist, Liz Jones. She's kind of hilarious because she is just so negative. She's got all this money, and I don't know. I know money doesn't buy happiness, but she's just negative. Something's always wrong. She's always bitching about like stuff like parents or men who give flowers to women. I mean, just this random stuff. So that's how I got into reading the Daily Mail. I don't read it all the time. It's just when I want filler. And and then the comments, the people just started calling it, "Welcome to the Daily Fail." I just think that's hilarious. The only thing with a septum ring, it's like when you try to twist it, it looks like you're picking your nose, and it's pretty gross, so apologies for that. Most comment sections, by Casey Atheist. Most comment sections are cancer in the... I wish I could... Can I stretch this? Oh, there we go. No! No! Help! Hey, hello. How do I... What the heck? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to... What happened? Alright. I maximized... I maximized the screen, and now I can't minimize it back, which... Let's see. How the fuck do I do this? Oh. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, shit. Ah. Oh my gosh, so annoying. Alright, I don't know how to, I don't know where it's like the traffic lights. I'm on a Mac, so you got, you got red for X, and yellow for minimize, and then green for maximize, and I maximize the comments, and now I can't minimize it back. So now I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, window. 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 See, it's crap like this. I always I press something thinking it's just gonna okay. Alright, we're back. Oh my goodness. That was a battle. I don't know what the hell. No, I can't find my. Alright, let's see here. Now where's the chat? Alright, I lost y'all's chat. I don't know where it went. Restore chat. There it is. Pop out. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, gosh. Okay. I think I'm going to put timestamps after this live is done. Last time it was real rambly and I don't know. So, okay, cool. Excellent. So let's read more and then I will continue on. Just want to make sure. And I got my little vapor thing going on. Alright, let's see. I see. Yeah, Morty Fairy, I'm reading your comment, and they say I'm actually that kind of terrible friend. I just disappear because I have my own walls up, and I'm naturally either a very detached person or too intensely invested for others to enjoy. Whoops. I need to clarify my statement. Just in my life, these folks didn't just stop calling or just disappear. Actually, I would have preferred that because things happen. No, what they do is they get mad at me, and I say something not knowing what I said. It's not offensive, but they get mad at me and they ditch me. So it's like, you're mad at me, but I don't know why you're mad, and like what? And we would meet somewhere. Like, for example, I had a friend, and I had a friend. We were going to meet. I invited her to an event, and before that, we were going to have a couple drinks at the bar. The week previous from that, we met for drinks, and she was 45 minutes late, and I was like, okay, she's my friend, so even though it was annoying, I put little stuff like that aside. I mean, it was drinks. It's not like we were trying to catch a movie or anything. So she was a little sad. She was just like, because she liked sitting at the bar. So the bar was full, so we had to get a table, and she was a little bummed out from that. And I said, well, maybe we could wait till people leave. And she's like, no, it's no big deal. I said, okay. So the next week we met. And we were downtown. It was Friday night, and it was a gorgeous day. So that means there's going to be a lot of people out. I was waiting for her. She was late once again. So I was waiting for her in front of this store. And there was no seats or anything. I was waiting for her. I've already been in the store. I was still waiting for her. And I called and left a message. I said, look, I'm going to go to the restaurant and sit at a bar and save you a seat because it's getting late. There's more people are coming out. People are going to want to sit at the bar. So let me grab a couple seats there so that we're there. And sure enough, when I was there and I was holding a seat for her, there were a couple people. Is this seat taken? Yes, it's a seat taken. So I was glad I did that. She calls me. And she's like, you couldn't wait for me? I said, what? We were supposed to meet at the store. You couldn't wait for me? I said, well, I called you. I wanted to get seats at the bar because I know that you like sitting at the bar. It's Friday night. It's downtown. There's a shitload of people out here. So I took the initiative and I called her and left a message. It's not like I just left. So, so she's just like, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna. Now this was like half hour after. I was sitting there for half an hour before she had made this phone call. Well, no, I'm just gonna go shopping. Maybe I won't go to this event. Blah 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 blah. Well, I said, all right, you can do what you want. Long story short, we ended up going to the event. I met her at the event. She never showed up at the bar, so she left me there. And I was like, wow, I'm trying to take the initiative, and and I explained to her what I did. I didn't just diss her, but she abandons people. She's just like, boom, I'm done, and it's like, I feel like she didn't have perspective. It's not like I just left her, didn't leave a message, didn't call her. I called her and I told her the reason, and I didn't think it'd be a big deal, but it was a big deal. So that's the stuff I'm talking about. We're gonna meet somewhere and you don't show up because you're pissed at me for a dumbass reason. That's a dumbass reason. I didn't do nothing to you. I could have just sat there waiting. You would have still been whining how we never sat at the bar because everybody and their mama was out there wanting to have drinks. It was a nice day. It was Friday night. We were downtown. Give me a fucking break. So, stuff like that. I try to be reasonable, but, sometimes you're reasonable and people just take advantage and just like, I'm just going to do what you want. And it's all about me. And, how dare you not read my mind? Well, yeah, I'm not a mind reader, so don't even fucking bother. I'm the same way. It takes a lot. Yeah. See, this is why it takes... Let me read the comment. My apologies. Mods Lake 6. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm the same way. It takes a lot out of me to trust someone, and if they screw me over, it destroys me in ways those people will never understand. And that's how I feel. I'm not... Yeah, that's how I feel. You said it all in that comment. You get vulnerable, you get comfortable, you're thinking, oh, I'm really connecting with this person, and it's all a lie. So now when people smile in your face, you're just like, you're friendly, you're polite, but you're thinking, you're not gonna take advantage of me. And it sucks because this is why people get so defensive off the bat, I think, because they've just been screwed over and run over by people. And how many times... People can only take so much. It's really that simple. Yeah. So, yeah, I really hate I really hate the American work culture. I'm going to say right here, it's time... Hey, it's my birthday live stream! We're going to get honest, okay? I hate the fucking American work culture. I hate it. It's like, well, you need a job. You don't need to be lazy. I understand that, but does every minute of your life have to be consumed with work? This is what gets me upset. I should say annoyed. This is what gets me annoyed. People all about family values. There's nothing like family. You should protect your family. But they gotta work 60 hours a week. Like, what the fuck? They can't be in two places at once. It's like, work 60 hours a week, but spend every minute of your family and have hobbies. It's like, there's only 24 hours in a day. This has not changed for a very long time. So, yes, don't be lazy, but... No. Yeah, but it's not. This whole consumption with work is crap. And I'm not talking about people who merely work a lot. A lot of us have to work a lot. We don't like it. We don't want to. If we had the choice, we wouldn't. But with debts and bills and everything getting just even more expensive, it's getting to the point where a shack is going to cost $500,000. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true already. So, I'm not talking about people who work because they have to. I'm talking about this idea that if you're not constantly working, you're lazy. And I will tell you, When someone calls you lazy, that is one of the most empty insults ever. If you have a job, by default, you are not lazy. I don't know how people could call poor people lazy and they're working 2 or 3 jobs. That doesn't, no. So if you're working a job, I don't care if it's 40 hours, I don't care if 30, hell, I don't even care if it's 20 hours. If you're spending your precious time going to an office or retail establishment, wherever the workplace is, that's time. And you're not getting paid for commuting. People forget to add that on. Commuting takes time. So you're taking time to commute. Well, let's go in order. You're taking time to get ready. You're taking time to commute. You're taking your time. You're getting paid for the time you spend at the workplace. Then you commute back. And, that's it. How the F is that lazy? No. It's not lazy. So, when people insult people saying, oh, they're just lazy, I really take that with a grain of salt these days, because it's just like, unless they're literally sitting on their butt and not doing anything, maybe, but if you have a job, or if you're going to school, that you're not lazy. I don't care what people have to say about that. That's ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Kahina Von Hell. Gothic and alternative people have the best usernames, hands down, and yes, I am biased. They say, you wear 45 gracefully, Flower, and I get a flower, yay! I'm gonna see if we save these comments, because I was not happy with my last live stream. I was looking everywhere. It's like, where did my comments go? Where did my live chat comments go? Oh, it doesn't save it when you end a live stream, which is crap. Like, this counts. I want to add this to, because the video will be up there. I'll have this video, but this will be gone. So, I'm just going to make sure I don't end the live stream before trying to save these comments. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I was not happy last time. Being 45. Oh, y'all are so wonderful. Y'all really just brighten my spirit. Seriously. I was like, I don't want to do this, but that's a good thing about, I started putting little ads about when I posting videos, because it keeps me honest, and it keeps me from backing out at the last minute. And it's like, oh fuck, I just told all these people that I'm doing live stream. Come on, girlfriend, you gotta get done. Get her done. Let's see. This godless person turned 45. Woo. Oh, speaking of such, and I hope I don't offend anyone. No, I'm not gonna go there. We're not gonna talk religion or politics. If it comes up naturally, that's fine. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, most comment sections are cancer. It's funny, people about comment section and trolls and negativity. People always, they like to say, well, don't let it get you down. It's just like a computer talking back at you. And I had that attitude, but the reality is these aren't bots. This is a human being who took the time to type some just ignorant filth just to cut you down. And yeah, don't give them the satisfaction, but it's just kind of like, I just don't understand that mindset. When I see a video I don't like or that offends me, I simply leave. I don't even comment. I don't do a thumbs up. I don't do any of that. It's just like, okay, I'll leave the video. I may check out the channel. And if they have similar videos, it's like, okay, this channel is not my cup of tea. And it is what it is. And I leave and I find a channel that is. I don't understand the time wasted with that. But I do believe it's an esteem issue. Which is the way it's been way before the internet, of course. Miserable people. It's not fun being miserable when you're alone. You need company, and you need a punching bag, and I'm not gonna be your punching bag. You can go away with that. Whatever. Let's see. 52. New rock platform boots. And a motorcycle jacket. Yes. Yes, do your thing. And it's really funny too because I'm kind of replacing my wardrobe slowly but surely. Not all at once. I'll find a top here, but I'm replacing articles of clothing because I want higher quality and I want clothes that actually look good on me. The clothes I wear now aren't bad, but for example, I'm starting to getting away a little bit from band shirts. Nothing wrong with band shirts, but I'm finding shirts that are V-neck more flattering on me. I'm short and I'm round, so anything that gives me length, anything that's gonna focus on the vertical, I don't need help on the horizontal. I need help on the vertical. Wearing my hair up, having a V-neck, yeah, stuff like that. Because I don't show skin below my waist, really. I may show my legs in a skirt, but I'm really covered in fabric usually. So the only skin I show is above the waist, my arms, and so I want this to be the focus. So, but I'm trying to get staples and quality staples, and trying to just up my wardrobe. And I do plan on making videos on that. Just gothic staples for the gothically mature. Bam! I gotta write that down. Sorry. Gothic staples. I might not use this title with SEO and all, but it's an idea for the darkly mature. Anyway. But that's what you do when you do videos or anything creative. You just write things down. You don't have to use it, or you could tweak it or whatever. But also writing things down to help you to remember more. So, yeah, I just had to write that down. Yeah, YouTube comments are half ugly fights and trolling. He was indeed probably 12. Yeah, he I don't even know if that picture was him, but that's what helps me not take things so personally. One of my mantras that I'm trying to live by, two really, be kind, scratch. Three things. I keep changing my mind. There's three things I try to do. Be kind, treat people how you want to be treated, and be mature. It's that third one that's helping me. Be mature. And this helps because I'm very sensitive. So if I'm not careful, I can react. And a lot of times the reaction is justified. But being mature, in this instance, meaning I can lash out at this person, because really that was not called for at all. But being mature means he's probably young. He could be 12, he could be 22, but he's young. And while that's not an excuse, like I said, I don't fight children that's beneath me. But I want to be the mature one here, and that means just letting things go. I don't know this guy. I probably won't even see him again. And this was on a video that it wasn't a goth video or on alternative or music or anything. So this was a comment thrown at me for my comment on a completely separate genre, and it is what it is. I stepped out of my lane, and some little baby tried to run me over, and I was mature and stepped out of the way before he could really do any damage. So, yes, be mature. You can still have fun, but be mature. That's helped me. This is awesome. I'm really pleased with this. Yeah, my day will get better. So. Off topic. I want your earrings. Actually, I'm not gonna find the store. I got these on Etsy. They're basic laser cut acrylic. They weren't expensive. Definitely under $10. And if you want, I can see if I can find the link. Although a lot of the stuff is at least 5 years old, and sometimes the Etsy store is still there, and sometimes they've moved on and they don't have it anymore. But yeah, I can do that for you. Oh, stop. No. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. It's not the years, it's not the years, it's the mileage. Yeah, I better be able to save these comments. That's all I have to say. Ah, before I continue, we're gonna do a mini haul. Next week's gonna be my birthday haul. I got a few things over the months because like, oh, I'll get this for my birthday. And what I do with my birthday haul is I save things and don't use it until my birthday, and then it's kind of like Christmas in a way. And I especially did that last year, beginning of this year. I especially did that because now I'm unemployed, so it's not like I could just go shop for all this stuff. It's just like, oh, this looks cute for my birthday. So that will be next week. But one of those included this. Yes. And if you've seen my big ass Goth haul from I think it was last year, why does my nose keep running? I think because it's warm in here and I'm near the window, so it's kind of like the hot cold thing going on. I don't know. But yes, the big ass Goth haul. I had a white one, and I remember saying that I was a little bummed that they didn't have it in black, but the white was cute too. Well, my white one chipped. The ear chipped, and it was starting to crack, and I was bummed out. And so I went on Amazon and looked up cat mugs, and there was this guy. Yes. Maybe I should name it Alan Poe, because I already have an Edgar. He's an actual cat. I don't know. But yeah, I'm so happy. And it came with a spoon. It came with a stirring spoon. Look at this. Does that kick ass or what? Meow. Yay. I was like, wow, it came with a spoon. And by the way, they do have the white ones too. So, yeah, absolutely. Just so y'all know, speaking of Amazon, I've signed up for their affiliate link program. I figure since I get 90% of my stuff off Amazon, including clothes, and people are always asking me where I'm getting this stuff, I was just like, I'll share this with my viewers. That way if y'all want it, there may be a discount code. I just signed up 2 days ago, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see how it works. But, so yeah, keep your eye out for that, and, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I love mugs too, and I do love mugs. Let's go to the mug collection real quick. It's not really a collection. I only got 4 mugs, but that's enough. I don't need a whole lot. I'm trying not to buy too much crap. We'll see how that goes. As y'all know, here's my cure for mornings. I drank out of this in the last live stream. I have not washed this mug yet, so if you see any old coffee or crust or anything, that's why. I'm going to put this away since it's not clean. Next, just a basic cup and saucer. There you go. It's very high quality. It makes me feel like I'm in a hotel. That's why I like it. It's just like one of those posh hotels. Here's your tip. And I'm not getting blue lipstick on this because these are clean. And then the last one is this. It's like the triple moon. It's got a Baphomet in the middle. Yeah, I've been studying Satanism a bit. It's very interesting. And again, I won't go into that, but yeah, this is a good mug too. It's nice and heavy. It's big. Y'all see I like big mugs. So yeah, that's it. That was just mini mug collection. And I'm going to put this away because it's on top of my notebook. Oh. Okay. We're in. Yeah. Mug haul. Yeah. Mini mug haul. Exactly. The boring ones are in the kitchen. That's for general use. These are for me and for my lips. Because that's kind of why the white cat mug died. I left it out and someone used it. I feel like people don't take care of your stuff like you do. I learned this early. I used to have, and I got another haul. Ah, I'll show you in a minute. But I would have artist markers, and they were expensive. If y'all draw or color with markers, you know, like Prismacolor, Tombow, what's the ones they use in manga a lot? I think it's Copic. Expensive stuff, but these are good pens. And people would leave the caps off of them. They just kind of get all heavy-handed with it. It's like, oh no, you're getting a Crayola marker set, okay? So sorry, not sorry, because these markers are easily $2.50 per marker, and you're just coloring it like I paid 10 cents. No, art supplies. I only let people who do art use them. And that sounds snobbish, but even if they don't do marker, they have appreciation of how much money art supplies cost. So they're, if anything, they're a little more hesitant using it because they don't want to mess it up. So yeah, it's like, do you do visual art? Yes, I paint. Okay, you can use my markers. Because people don't know how to take care of them. It's that simple. So I started rambling randomly, and, another thing about age, and this ties into my YouTube channel. This video is all over the place, but the good news is I'm talking. If y'all saw my other live streams, it's just kind of like me just going, it's just like, what do I say now? Oh, I got a whole lot to say now, and the hits keep on coming. Content. But yeah, I'm at a point with my videos, as far as creating them. I want to do the best I can, but there comes a point where it's too perfect. And what I mean by that is I don't have the slick graphics and the perfect studio and perfect setup and all that. And that's okay, and it's okay to strive for that, but the reality is I'm doing this by myself. I don't have a team. I don't have an editor. I don't have a cameraman. And I think a smaller YouTubers, not that the big YouTubers have this stuff necessarily, but I think a lot of smaller YouTubers, especially ones who aren't professional and don't have access to all that, it can be a little intimidating because here you are sitting in your room. You got a light, and it's adequate, and people can hear you, and everything's good. And, you see the other videos are getting all these views and subscribers, but it's just so slick and perfect. Like, everything's on point, and it's just, the jump cuts are just, out of sight. And it's just like, man, like, no wonder no one's watching my video. And I hope we need to stop doing that. Because what's happening is we're comparing ourselves to the larger YouTubers. Not only that, but when you compare yourself to a professional, that is futile. Another perfect example of that, I'll watch a beautiful belly dancer and they'll be all slinky and perfect. Like Rachel Bryce, for example. She is amazing. And, you watch dancers like her, and it's just like, yeah, I really suck. I'm like freaking Clydesdale clumping on stage and blah, blah, blah. They've been doing this for 20 years, and they take yoga. This is their profession. I think that's the main difference. If you are committing an hour or two to a belly dance practice versus someone who's committing 8 to 10 hours, they should be better. They have more time to dedicate to it because this is their job. My job was in an office. That's where I spent the majority of my time. So, yeah, when we start to, it is so hard to remember this. I'm not saying anything new here. Yeah, don't compare yourself. The problem is it's so sneaky. I don't care how strong of a mind you are. It slips in there. I mean, we've got social media, we have YouTube, we have Hollywood, we've got all these examples of so-called perfection, and you're looking at your flab or, your lines or whatever. It's like, well, and I just look so old and beat down and ugly. And what I forget, what I have to remind myself of, if they're airbrushing and photoshopping 22-year-old models, there you go. I mean, you're young and pretty naturally, so if you're still being photoshopped, it's not personal. It really isn't. I do look at some of these photos on Instagram, and particularly people who are my age or older, maybe a little younger, but all ages really. And they, people are like, oh, you look so fabulous. You look so great. How are you 30 years old with 4 children? And, you don't say anything and you repeat that as well, but it's kind of like, not only do we have filters, a lot of these pictures are Photoshop. There's no way you're in your 40s and you have absolutely no lines. That's just not possible. It's not, and that's okay. I'm not talking about having good skin. I'm talking about, you ever look at pictures where you don't even see pores? You see, it's really just like they blended so much of that in, and yeah, it looks gorgeous, but it's just like, girl, you 55 and you have no lines, no pores. I'm not buying it. And this is not a dig. Photoshop is a reality. It really is. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're going to be on a magazine or on television, Photoshop's part of the deal. Oh, bye, Kahina. No problem. I think they're probably already going. I'm just all late. But I don't know if y'all, I used to work at a place in DC, and where it was near the news studio. So occasionally I would see news anchors. They would just come into the store, buy a coffee or some, bottle of wine for home or something. But when you see how much makeup they have to wear for TV and they're standing in front of you, it's jarring, really. It's kind of like, it's so much, and you don't see their pores because it's not that they have any and it's Photoshop. That's how much makeup they have on. And it's the same with dance. When I've done a dance makeup tutorial before with such heavy makeup, and when people see me in real life and they go like this, that's the reaction I'm looking for. That means I got enough makeup that somebody in Timbuktu is going to see when I'm on stage. That's what I want. But we have to remind ourselves of that. It's, the filtering, and I think my filters are obvious. I mean, y'all see what I look like, and then compare it to the picture I've put on Instagram. I definitely use filters, absolutely. So I am included in that. But it is just that. It's filters, it's Photoshop, it's a picture. So if you see a photograph, any type of professional photograph, they Photoshop the hell out of it. That's just, at this point, there should be a disclaimer if they don't use Photoshop, because it's just part of the industry. And it's been that way for a long time. Even the 50s, they did that with Marilyn Monroe and other actresses of that time. It was more labor intensive, but they did it. They did Photoshop back then. It wasn't called Photoshop. It's just part of the industry, and we have to be very careful about not comparing ourselves to other people on social media in particular. Also, social media, I mean, you could see it in this live stream. I was feeling a little bummed out, then I perked out. You One thing with America, this comes from American advertising. I will never forget it. I was listening to a guy. He was lecturing about American advertising and how they rope you in and stuff. One thing to remember with advertising, particularly from America, sell happiness. That is the goal. This is why you see a soda commercial and people are dancing on the desk and dancing on the street. I wish that happened in real life. That would be fabulous. But it's ridiculous when you think about it. But what they're doing is they're selling you happiness. If you're telling them the truth, like, buy our drink. It's going to make you gain 500 pounds and give you diabetes. They ain't going to make no sales, okay? So they got to sell happiness. That's the deal. So in a way with social media, we're not going to tell you, the majority of what we're going to tell you, unless we're a news or political channel, is the good stuff. I don't make a video with me in my headscarf and I'm in tears and I'm just in a crappy t-shirt and like, who the hell wants to watch that? No, you want to see me looking somewhat pretty and smiley, because y'all got your own problems, really. So, again, unless you're a certain type of channel, we sell happiness, but you have to remember that. Everyone's got problems. It's really easy to look on Instagram and Facebook like, what a life, that is awesome. I do that too, especially when I see some goth videos. Nothing against these goths, but they're not going to show you when they're taking a shower. I mean, they're going to show you when they're having a good time. And if that's all you see, it could easily get to your mind like, man, they're partying, they're having all this fun. Well, that's all they're going to show you. They're not going to show you the boring stuff. It's like, wait, that's exactly. I don't know. Some of y'all older folks, I think everyone remembers at this point, unless you were a small child during this time, but when high definition television first hit and more of the masses were getting them, when we first got HD TV, it was hilarious because you turn it on to the news and like I spoke of before, this was your reaction. What the hell? It showed every pore, every line with makeup on top of it. We're used to it now. It's nothing. But when you went from when you went from analog, the tube television, to the flat screen HD digital, it was jarring. I mean, that's how crystal clear the television was. And it's just like, holy cow. Woo! Yikes. They showed the reality of it. They're 50 years old. They just have makeup caked on them. So that was an interesting experience. And that's how it is with photos. Buy our soda, rot all your teeth. See, exactly. And I will tell you, so I'm doing so much better with the soda. I haven't had a soda in like 3 weeks now. Oh my goodness. When I discovered Mexican Coke and that this was the Coca-Cola of my childhood and that they sell it at the Latin store in my neighborhood, I had horrible addiction. I had a horrible addiction to Coca-Cola. This is YouTube. I'm not doing illegal drugs, okay? It is Coca-Cola. So I love soda. I love bubbles. But what I started doing is getting juice and just getting seltzer water. The juice is a lot healthier than the soda, but I also get the satisfaction of bubbles from the seltzer water because it's just water. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking bubbles at all, but I'm going to tell you that's a lot better than soda. Soda's bad. It's just, there's just no justification with soda. It tastes good and I do crave it, but it's bad. You get all this sugar and there's problems with diabetes. And I'm learning that cancer and sugar are connected, and that's freaking me out because my mom died from pancreatic cancer. So I didn't think cancer ran our family. Come to find out, yeah, it does. And it wasn't my mother. We've had it in generations. We just weren't aware. I think a lot of this came to light when she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and they went through the history and all that. So I'm not in the clear, in other words. So I'm a little concerned with that. That does bring me to belly dance and exercise. But we're going to take a break. Like, I'm going to look at the comments for a second. Oh, Atomic Topher's here. Hello. Could be Botox. Y'all gonna laugh. I was thinking of trying Botox just to see if it made any difference. But it's expensive. And it's like, there's better ways I can spend my money. Now, in 10 years, I may still try Botox. That's another thing I'm noticing. I used to be I was so against plastic surgery. Like, just be happy with who you are. I'm not talking about reconstructive surgery, people with accidents or burn victims. I do want to be clear, because people are like, well, what about people who've been in accidents? I'm not talking about them. That's reconstructive surgery. They're trying to get the face or the look they had before their accident. They're not trying to necessarily change it. I am talking about plastic surgery, and I was just so against it. But my views aren't as extreme anymore, I have to admit. First of all, it's a free country. I mean, if you want to spend your money to get plastic surgery, that's cool. Who am I to judge? I just think it's sad. This is my problem with plastic surgery. I don't feel like it does any good. Because see, what the problem is, you are still going to age. If it stopped the aging process or slowed it down, it'd be one thing. But not only are you still aging in your face, you are aging all over your body. So you've got a smooth, tight face of a 20-year-old, but your hands are 65 years old. It just doesn't look right. And it just, after a while, when people are addicted to it, people start to look similar. They start to have this pullback look to it. It's just kind of like, well, it's... So a little plastic surgery, I guess, especially if you have a good doctor, is one thing. But I think people just go overboard. And after a while, they don't have nose left. And their eyes are so pulled back. And their skin is so tight. I think it makes them look older, to be honest with you. The lines and the wrinkles, the moles. I mean, it can be hard to accept. But it's one of those subtleties that you don't realize goes on in the human face that, you ever look, if you look at a picture and it's like something's off. Something's like the Madonna picture from a few years back. She's in gold. She's kind of like doing this. And, well, what happened is they went overboard with the Photoshop. I mean, this woman had no line, wrinkle. Like, this woman's over 60. Come on now. Like, don't go overboard. Leave something natural. That's just my opinion. What's in it? I hear derma rolling from wrinkles and lines. Oh, cool. Don't try Don't try Botox. Do they put Botox in the lips, or is that something else? I'm not gonna try the lips. I don't need to do the lip thing. I don't like that look at all. It just doesn't look right. It's funny how, and that's another problem I have with plastic surgery, that, of course, not everyone who gets plastic surgery looks horrific. There's a lot of good work done. Let's keep it real. It's people look good. They have a good doctor. They know what they're doing. So I'm not trying to slam plastic surgery altogether, but it's when you start messing about your features. For example, I'll see a black actress who their nose is so thin, and the problem is, if they have broad features, it's off. It's the same way with, let's say, we're gonna say white actresses. they have fine features. They've got, you know, a slender nose. They have fine features, and then all of a sudden these lips are just like. And first of all, I don't see black actresses doing the lip thing, and the, you know, white actors do the nose thing, but it just, I don't know. I don't. The features don't match. I feel like you've got to pay attention to what's going on here. I would not look good with a thinner nose because I have broad features. That's just how I am. And if you have fine features, you got these big old lips all of a sudden, look like they're going to explode. It's, oh my God, it's just awful. I just don't. You know, you look at these horror stories, it's just like, you know, maybe I should just put the work in and be comfortable with my age and my face. Because, oh man, that's what I fear. I fear that something's gonna go wrong. Nothing's 100%. Doctors are human. Things go wrong, and yeah, I don't. That just scares me. I would hate that. I mean, and I'm not even talking about looks here. There was a woman who she couldn't close her eyes. The eye job went wrong, and she couldn't close her eyes. She had to get medical help and devices to keep her eyes closed when she slept. Another woman wasn't able to smile. Another woman, I think this was on Oprah, like, this was years ago, like in the 90s maybe. But she'd walk, but they told the audience, don't clap, because just clapping will affect her nerves. She had a nervous condition where her nerves were always raw. Everything hurt, and it's just like, and what's sad is, and I know I'm not any of these people, it's so easy for me to say, none of these people were ugly. At worst, they were average, and there's nothing wrong with being average. But you look at it, it's like, there was nothing wrong with you. Really. There's nothing wrong with you. And it's just, half of it is an individual choice, but when you're always told there's something wrong with your looks, and this happens to men too, it's not women solely, I think how do you not get a complex? I mean, you got skin bleaching, and you've got women who tan and they just damage their skin with tanning beds, and they have this bright blonde hair and these blue eyes and skin that's darker than me, although it looks like leather because it's unnatural. It's just bizarre. My lips deflate. So I don't know. I know, like, it's funny. This video started with me like, oh my goodness, I'm 45, man, getting old, society sucks, man, they don't like middle-aged people, fuck y'all. And now I'm just like, well, I'm happy with my age, you know? I just have to learn to love myself, and I'm back to my normal self. Just love myself, lines, wrinkles, and all. It's funny how that works. What happens to lips then? Why do people get them Botox? Do they shrivel as you? I don't know. It's like, but it's fascinating. I would binge watch plastic surgery stories go wrong, and it's really horrible to do that. And it's not a judgment call. It's just kind of like, what can happen when it goes wrong? Okay, I just read Phoenix's comment back at 1:26 p.m., that mark, so 4 minutes ago. And the comment, women get freaking labioplasty done in their teens now. That is messed up. I agree. They're getting in their teens? So that means parents are giving their consent, because you can't get surgery without parental consent. Unless maybe they're 18, but then they're adults, so I just think that's sad. It just, it helps to remember, my mom and I would talk about medical procedures and stuff, because that was her profession. She was a registered nurse. But surgery is just that, surgery. It's intense. you have person literally cutting into your body, and they're cutting through organs, and sometimes they have to go through bone, and it's just, it's an intense deal. It's, it's actually, at least Botox, you can sit there and they inject you. I mean, may not be as much better, but when you go under the knife, and I just feel like people are like, I'm going to get surgery. Well, okay, that's cool, and I hope it works out, seriously, but surgery is a stressor on your body. There's, when you look at patients or talk to patients, there's a difference between having one open heart transplant and having 4. That is, it's just stressful to the body to have it cut into. That's trauma right there. Your body's reading it as trauma, even though it's not. But a foreign object going into your body, the body is like, what the hell is this? This doesn't belong here. I just think surgery is plastic surgery, I just think it's taken a little lightly, and I can't say what they think about. No, people don't think about this. I have no way of knowing, but it's intense. It's a big deal. You're cutting into a human body. So, but yeah, I was already sad with the labioplasty surgery. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But teenagers? Wow, forget wrinkles on the face. Don't have wrinkles on your labia. Like, how dare you? Weird. Weird. I do think some plastic done too much is done to body dysphoria. Okay, that's a good point from Zombie Mommy. And again, this is, I don't want to come off as like, no plastic surgery ever. Because that's not the case. It's just nothing to go in lightly. If you're a trans person, for example, and you want to get the surgery so that your body matches who you are, that's one thing. That's not going into it lightly. There's a reason you're doing that. And again, if you're in an accident or you have a heart attack and they have to do surgery, that's one thing. But I feel like, which is the easier road? To accept your imperfections or to go into surgery? And different people are going to have a different answer. For me, at this time, it's just easier to accept my face. Because it's not perfect, but it could be worse. And them working on my face, I may look like a different person. So I'm just not really willing to take that risk. Some people are, and that's on them. And it usually comes out to be fine. Usually comes out to be okay. So that's my take on it. Let's see. Yep, saw definitely where there was a girl young at 9. 9! I'll be honest, I don't even know why people get labioplasty if it's not for looks. I mean, I've heard of the whole re-virginize thing, which I don't know. I mean, what happened to Kegel exercises? I mean, hold it in for 10 seconds and release. It works. And I have confirmation on it that it works, and we'll leave it at that. But just having surgery at such a sensitive area willingly, and at 9, it's strange because maybe this has changed. I thought surgery, they're not willing to do surgeries on children because they're still growing and developing. They only do that if it's life-saving or if they're sick or they need to do it. But just to tighten the vagina or the labia of a child, that's really what's going on. And it's like, it's ridiculous. Is she even in puberty yet? I mean, damn. Oh no, I'll just, that sounds like borderline child abuse to me. I'm sorry. But that's just my opinion. It's crazy. How long have you been doing that? I'm just kind of randomly looking at comments. How long have you been doing the vape? Since beginning of 2012. Oh, so 6 years now. I've been smoking for 15, so we're getting about even there. Started at a high nicotine level, now at 12 milligrams, and I'm happy with the 12 milligrams. So yeah, 6 years. Oh, I love your comment. I mean, it's just... I'm just reading the comments on plastic surgery, and it's... Even with the breasts, I mean, I understand changing the breast size, but when you're if you have an 18-inch waist, and you're going for Triple H breasts, like, don't you tip over after a while? I just don't understand it. And it doesn't look good. Nature knows what it's doing. And, you have thin, small women, and a lot of them have small breasts. That looks natural to me. It's just, and a lot of guys, they don't care if you have breasts. A lot of straight guys, anyway. They don't care if your breasts are small or big. You got breasts. That's all it takes for a lot of straight men. So, I don't know. It's not like seeing a thin woman with big old, ginormous, just boobs. They're just ginormous. How do they find shirts? I mean, crazy. I have a green tea mask right now. Let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm just all over the place, but that's cool. That's what's cool about live stream. And let's see. Oh, stop. Oh, I've got to save these comments. I think it's bullshit, YouTube, that we don't have the ability to save live chat comments. What's that all about? I had to add an extension to Chrome to try to save these comments. We'll see if that works, but that's ridiculous. Why on earth would they do that? I told YouTube about themselves. I took the survey, so I think it's cool. I can't save my live chat comments. I'm just gonna read some of the comments. Morty Ferry, HGTV scared the shit out of me too. It really did. It was so jarring. Oh my god, I actually stopped watching TV years ago because that. Well, no joke. It really was jarring. You've had to experience the analog tube television and then shift it to the HDTV to really get the full effect. It was a big difference. You could probably even see it on YouTube, old footage versus the newer footage. But it's just that initial switch. Like, yeah, we're hooked up to digital now. What's on the news? Because that's how you test things out to see if they work. You just go to a random channel and bam, they're on today on the news. It's like scary. It made the old movies on TV look fake to me. I love the old movies, yeah. Yay, bubble water better than soda. It really is. You do start to taste the chemicals more after you've been off it. And I think that has, I don't know. I'm just working, I just want to be healthier. I'm not trying to be skinny. I am overweight, and I wouldn't mind losing a little weight, but I want to be healthy. So, got to kick up my belly dance practice. I'm creating a workout for myself from Rachel Bryce's website, datura.com. So I just want to make working out a regular practice, especially since I haven't been taking belly dance classes because I'm unemployed. So I am working on that. But the thing is, if I'm healthy, even though I don't lose weight, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I did get a little waist cincher that I'll be trying out. I don't know. I'm just trying to I'm trying to improve myself. That's the journey I'm on in 2018. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to I'm trying to get healthier, and not gym rat healthy. Nothing wrong with that, but that's just too much with me. Just dancing more. That's enough, and watching what I eat, and watching what I drink, and ingesting things that I like in moderation. I ain't giving up the wine now, but I don't have to drink it every day either. Stuff like that, and so I do want to get healthier and start the creative process with drawing. Speaking of, I got another show and tell. Yay. Wow, we're going through all sorts of types of videos. First I did a little haul with my mugs. Now we're doing an unboxing. Absolutely. Here's my little box cutter. I'm really glad y'all are hanging in here because this is really random. But it's my birthday, and at least there's no silent pauses. Alright. Oh. I was like, what is this? Ooh, vinyl gloves. That's not what I wanted to show y'all. Boring. That's for cleaning. Here we go. Unboxing. First, I'm going to show you this. I don't know what I'm going to title this live stream. We'll see. I got this the other day. Look at this. It is a big-ass sketchbook. It's called a coffee table sketchbook. It has 600 pages. Look at this. Look at the thing. Like, this is insane. It's heavy. I wanted this not only to sketch with, but I have old drawings that I kind of want to incorporate in here as well. And let me show you that. Let's see. Alright, so that was my sketchbook. Okay, next is a marker stand. Dual brush pen desk stand. Pack of hard pencils. Now keep in mind I have pencils and some pens and erasers already. Just going for a new start. These are 2 H's, number 4. So I wanted a hard pencil. I used to use the soft pencils, but I do erase a lot and it gets smudgy and that type of thing. And then we have markers. This is from, let's see, this is from Tombow. These are the markers I've been using for over 20 years. Huh. I like Prismacolor too, but I like these colors. They're brighter to me. And yeah. We've got, I bought primary colors and bright. They got all sorts. They got skin tone, and I do intend on collecting a lot more colors, but that's a good starting point for now. And what else do I have here? And I bought this a couple months ago. There we go. This is a blender, I think. This is from Copic, the Copic sketch. These are the expensive ones, but you can, when the marker goes out, you can replace the nibs. So that's probably why it's expensive. You can just buy the replacement. So basically, these are just in shades of gray, because I do I mainly like my artwork in color, but I do like to draw and work with grays. I just like that for my line drawings. So I'm going to be testing these out, and I'll be testing the Tombros, although I know how the Tombros work, but, you know, things change, blah, 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 formulas change. So, yes, looking forward to that. And just real quick, I figured the best way to start drawing is just to draw, but to be inspired by my own drawings. This was from 2007, so this is 11 years ago. Yikes. So that's one example. Let's see if I do one more example here. Oh, now I know what we're working on. That's going to be a secret. So let's see. It's funny. I'm finding projects I was working on and then they were abandoned. And then we got stuff like this. I like my little abstract. Got my abstract designs there. Looks like I was inspired by sperm cells. Sperm cells and egg cells. It's very medical looking. So there's that. And then lastly, let me see if I can find one more. Just to show you my... Oh, here we go. And then lastly, it's my stack of eyes. So, you know what? I think what I want to do, take old drawings and draw them over, new and improved type of thing. But yeah, that's kind of my style. So, that's something for y'all to look forward to. So yeah, that's just my art. That's my style from 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I do have to remember, since I haven't drawn in a couple years, I gotta be patient with myself. Because if it don't turn out how I want, I am not patient. I'm ready to throw this in the garbage. I suck. I should not have done this and try to do art again. Blah, blah, blah. I just need to calm down and be patient. Yes. Very medical. I love it. It's, you know, it's funny. Just looking at that, I should have done it before. Just looking at that got me inspired. I've been inspired by myself. What do you know? But yeah, I do want to get back into, I want to work on the creative process. And I'm realizing, hi, I am fine, D'Angelo Lumpkin. It hit me. I've just been dealing, like I've told you guys before, dealing with sadness, dealing with depression. I can't really, I don't adjust to the world. So, just soul searching. When I finally had to admit to myself, like, look, you are creative. That's just the reality of it. Even a friend said, you know you're not like your usual person. That sounds bad, but no, she didn't mean it in a bad way. She's like, you're just not... Am I like Cyndi Lauper? She's like, she's so unusual. That wouldn't be an insult, but that's what she told me. And I'm just a creative person. And life gets tough because it seems like I just can't... Everyone's going this way, and I want to go this way. I make things hard for myself, and I think that's just the reality of it. But being a creative person, that's been part of my problem. Why I've been depressed and sad. It's not the entire thing. It's a brain chemistry thing as well. But when I used to draw a lot and paint, that was how I coped. So when I stopped that, and yeah, even though I dance, it's hard to dance when you're on the train. It's hard to dance when you're in a crowded bus or whatever. But I stopped utilizing my coping method. And that has been a mistake. I didn't realize that's what I was doing, but I've just been thinking about it this year, thinking about what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. Because a couple months ago, I was at a fork in the road. I was at a fork in the road. I knew it. I knew that was part of my problem. I'm thinking in my mind, literally, there I am standing, and the road splits. It's like, so after soul searching, well, I want to go this way. Because drawing and painting, that's how I cope. And just looking at my old drawings, I got me excited. It was excitement I haven't felt in a while. It was a joy that I was searching and searching, and it was right on my shelf in a sketchbook. Just got so wound up about things. But, it happens. And so, as far as the fork in the road and me figuring out the direction, that's the direction. Now I gotta make it work. I have to make this work, y'all. If you ever want an art buddy, I'm free most of the time. Yes! This is exciting, y'all. And yes, there's so many many of y'all are so creative, and I need to get on that. And, just own my just be an artist. It doesn't mean I'll be famous. It doesn't mean I'll make a lot of money from it. But the act of creating is what I've been missing for a number of years. And this is all my own doing. It happens when you work at a job that has nothing to do with your artwork, like many of us do. You get tired, you get run down, you get you're just exhausted, and you start to get burned out. So you gotta pay the bills. So you gotta make sure you go to work. So artwork, dance, whatever comes after it, if you don't have the energy, good luck with that. And I don't even have children. Y'all parents out there, y'all get props, because the exhaustion I feel if I had little people running around me, ooh, I'd do it, but my goodness, I'd just be spent. But I made a choice here. I made a choice. I'm a creative person. I need to do something creative, whether that's dance. And to be fair, I've danced a number of years too. Even if I didn't draw or paint, I have been taking dancing. So I never really stopped being creative. I don't think that's possible. But I also didn't necessarily put my life around creativity once I hit my 30s, once I was really working and trying to be a respectable, responsible citizen. But I need to get back to my artwork, and I need to get back to being my creative self, because life's kicking me in the butt emotionally. It's just like, I can't afford therapy. I don't want to do drugs. It's just like, what is there? You can always pick up a pen and paper. Well, what do you know? So that's my decision. Fork in the road. This is the direction I'm going. I'm making it work. I'm going to continue to make videos. Because I find that creative too. That my favorite part of the editing process, believe it or not, is when I find the right music. We're on a roll now. Before then, when I'm trying to put clips together, when I record the video initially, that's the hardest part, is the initial recording. And then I break it down, and it's like, let's see what music I can find. When I find the music, and it goes with the video, we are set. I am doing it. I'm ready to just edit and put this video together and to show you guys. So, yeah, I think creating video is definitely a creative outlet. And I find it's good to have different types of creative outlets. Drawing's cool because you can do that almost anywhere. Dance, I can do moves almost anywhere. And technically, you can do a performance. You will probably look crazier than what you normally look like, but that's cool. And video is cool too, but editing I do on a computer. I'm not always near the computer, of course, so it's good to have options. But I have to. I've always like, I want to create an artist life. I want to live as an artist. It's just like, oh, you're an artist. All you have to do is live. I told you, I make things harder on myself all the time. Poetry, oh my god. Cosplay. Maybe I should have taken, if I had money, I'd take a sewing class, I think. That's the thing. I have no money. I have all this time. We only live on this planet so long. There's so many things I want to do. I want to do stained glass. I would love to do sewing and costume design and set design. It's just, that's been a big part of my problem is like, what do I do? I just need to relax a bit and own myself and just, to the best of my ability, create the life I want and then take risks. I'm not a big risk taker, and that's a problem. I get settled. I don't like uncertainty. I have a fear of being homeless, and that's why I don't like that I have to put work first, but I do because I don't want to be on the street. I've been on the street before with my mother and my sister, and it was not fun. And it could have been worse. Even then, even though it could have been worse, it was not pleasant. And now I don't even have a parent. I'm a grown woman. It's on me. That scares me. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be homeless without my control. There are people who have all sorts of alternative living situations. They live in vans and RVs. That's done purposely. I'm not talking about that. I'm being talked about kicked on your ass, kicked to the curb, trying to find shelter. It's not fun. And there are people who are homeless. They don't look it because they still have jobs. They can't afford apartments, or they were kicked out, or something. So just because you see a man in a polo shirt and pair of slacks with a briefcase, he could be homeless. You don't know that. They gotta work. They figure a way to shower and stuff like that. You would never know it. Oh yay! Demonetize slaves. It's just something else. You find I'm just now looking at Baramet's comment. Cosplay is so cool, but I find it intimidating. I'm curious as to why. Is it because it's just so much talent? I mean, it's one of those things that you'll have a great piece of artwork or music or whatever. Just like there's always gonna be people who suck more than you. There's gonna be people who are more talented. I don't want to say more talented because that's not true, but they're more involved. They're better at their craft. Let's put it that way. Usually do the years, do the training. Yeah. Let's see. I did it first. I have anxiety, but I had. Yeah. And it really. It's kind of sad, and I think. I was thinking about this too. I think American society, possibly Western society, but definitely American society, because the United States is a young country in comparison to all the other countries. I mean, it seems like we're in our teenage phase with the way things are going. It's like we're in our teenage phase, and everyone else is in their elderly phase. It's like, okay, whatever. It's not that people don't like the arts. I feel like people don't respect the process. We're all about results. We want to see the play. We want to see the album. Well, we want to listen to the album. We want to see that video, and that's cool. But I've had people. You ever draw a picture and you have someone look over your shoulder like, what's that supposed to be? That used to annoy the hell out of me because it's like it's a couple sitting in a chair. It don't look like a couple sitting in a chair. Why? I just started drawing. Give me a break. Like, it's not just shooting out of my ass. I gotta draw shapes and go away. Just go away. But that would annoy the hell out of me. Even my partner comes on shoulder looking at me as I'm editing videos. It's like, excuse you, do you mind? I'm just looking. I don't like the over the shoulder thing. Especially when I'm in the middle of something. But we love the result. We don't necessarily appreciate the process. And part of it's because it's boring. Do you really want to see me sketch? And do you really want to see me practice like the same dance move over and over? When I practiced piano, I had a couple kids get mad at me. How many times are you gonna do the same scales over and over and over? It's called practice, Nimrods. Like, yes, that's the idea. It's called muscle memory. It's called getting to know your note. Go away. Just go away. I mean, really, like, just stop acting stupid. Get on my nerves, man. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, I gotta practice. People don't just win awards just for doing it the first time. This is their craft. They are always working on this stuff. So, give me a break with that type of thing. But yeah, so it's just, I just wish people would, you don't have to watch me during the process, but respect the process. Respect the fact that artwork takes time. Andy mentioned the whole demonetization process with YouTube. I feel really bad for animators because that shit takes time. I thought about animation, and I do occasionally still think about animation. When I was in art school in Atlanta in the 90s, I knew a couple animators. At least they were taking the classes. They would spend weeks on this stuff just to get 30 seconds of footage. I was like, wow, y'all did all that for 30 seconds. They say, yep. And they had computers, but the programs weren't as quick and sophisticated as they are now. But yeah, I mean, they would do all this hand rendering, and then they'd have to put it in motion. Oh, I don't have the patience to be an animator. I just don't. So with YouTube, with the whole 4,000 watch time and 1,000 subscribers, the watch time isn't a problem. Their problem is subscribers or vice versa. And it takes them so long to put out a video because it's so labor intensive. It takes a while for me to edit a video that I'm sitting here just talking, much less drawing it and getting that thing to move. So I really feel bad for the animators because that's a lot of work. And for 30 seconds, you see a 30-second clip, it's like, oh, that was all right. Well, a lot of work and sweat went into that 30-second clip. America's the angry teenager at the dinner table that goes between ignoring everyone while using their iPhone and yelling at people who tell them to get along with their elder siblings. And yes, Morty Ferry, that is a perfect example of the American attitude. Of course, with over 350 million people in our population, this is not everyone. And this is part of the frustration. And yeah, I'm just going to say it. You've got people who want to work on solutions battling out with people who have no interest on working on solutions. It's like, this is just the way it is. Well, that ain't good enough, dude. No. Okay? So I think that's a big part of the battle right here. It's like, some people want to stay stuck in the 1950s, and other people are like, the 1950s sucked ass for a lot of us, so no, we need to keep moving forward. So that's a battle we're going through in this country. It's like, we're at each other's throats. It's just like, how do you not see this? How do you not see this? We're saying the same things to each other, but there's just no connection. It's just frustrating. And what frustrates me is no one wants to talk about the problem. If you talk about the problem, you are whining, you need to get over it, you hate America, go to Africa or go to Mexico, whatever country is not an American country. It's not a country, it's not America, basically. Go back to France, or it's always something like that. And it's like, no, I love this country. We're a great country, but that's what's frustrating. I know the potential. I see so much. It's like you're looking. I'm sure teachers go through this, and even parents. You're looking at this student, and it's like, you have so much potential. And I'm sure teachers have said that to me too. You have so much potential, and you're just throwing it away. It's like seeing a young person choose jail over college. That's how it feels. And they don't listen to you. You are wrong. You don't know what you are talking about. And since you are telling me this, that means you hate me. It's like, no. Thank you. Thank you, Echo. It's just, oh God, I just want to take my hands around some of my fellow countrymen and bring them back, bring some sense into them. And they feel the same way about me. So, we'll see. It's just frustrating. We got potential here. We have so many great things in this country. But it's just, there's just things we need to let go. Seriously. It's just, I don't care where you live, who you are. The one thing with time is it moves forward, always. It will never be 2:05 in the afternoon on February 17 ever again. It's 2:07. That is gone. It's like Twilight Zone. Yes. It's just wow. This live stream has turned into a little ranty. Hey, every type of video into one live stream. But it's frustrating. It's just, how do you improve when you cannot own up to your mistakes? Countries are made up of people. People make mistakes. Leaders make mistakes. You know what? Germany, they had to deal with Nazism, and they saw how that fucked up, and they take it seriously. I think it's illegal to even joke about the Nazis and Hitler in Germany. I've never been there, and don't quote me on that. That's just something I heard. But that's what I'm saying. They're not denying that it happened. They're moving forward. Like, this was a blot in a horrible time in our country, in our history. We need to move forward. We're not for this anymore. That's the old Nazi Germany. This is the new Germany. Let's keep it moving. But even saying that, I'm gonna get thumbs down. That's just the way it is. But hang in there. History is long with periods of darkness and enlightenment. Turn. There is a season. Turn. Okay, that's enough of my singing. Thank you, Zombie Mommy. You're right. You saw that was my rant. This is why I don't do rants often. It's like but yeah, I do have hope today. Depends on the day and how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm like, there's no hope for this country. I don't give a crap what happens to this country. Fuck them. But most of the time, it's like Zombie Mommy said, this is just a dark period. At least for me, this is just a lot of change going on at a rapid pace, and that's going to make people uncomfortable. And I'm included with that. Some of the changes. It's not the change. It's the speed. It's the. It's just everything happened at once, and it's just, I just want to slow down and think. And if you can't do that, you get stressed out, and, So, we'll see. Good thing with video is I could come back to this in 10 years and say, oh, man, girl, you worried about that? Get a grip. Or like, oh, yeah, I remember those days. Those were dark times. Woo, we survived that. So, we'll see. Heads are spinning. Okay. Bye, Storm 1000. Thanks for joining us. Swastikas are illegal and you are taught why it was wrong. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Slavery happened in this country, and no one alive today had anything to do with it. But not not talking about the stuff or things that are a problem. And the only reason really why I talk about slavery is because racism didn't start 2 weeks ago. This has a historical, and you know what I mean. So again, I talk about that stuff with certain people, and we get into deep conversations with that, and that's enough for me. But I just, if we're in our angry teenage phase, I can't wait till we go to college and like start dealing with the real world, the literal real world, where other countries that are older than us inhabit the globe. We shall see. But let's see. Rant. Let me read. This is awesome. I am having a grand old time. I want to thank y'all for making this birthday really awesome. And I know I have a haul coming next week, but this is the best gift because it didn't cost me a dime. I just sat here and started talking, and y'all have your comments doing the live chat thing, and I'm just happy. I could be happier than a plum. Woo! Let's see. I'm glad I caught you live. I'm so glad a lot of people are here. I'm very happy about that. I'm again with the live stream. I'm working on time. It seems like I don't know if it's just this particular day, and not everyone's able to join us. But I think noon seems to be a good time because now it's 2:12 p.m. and it's afternoon in the United States. Well, the East Coast. I think it's like 11:12 in California. But the problem is if I do a live stream at 8 p.m., for example, well, people in Cali and the East Coast could join me, awesome. But I have a lot of viewers in the UK. And I do want to include a lot of y'all because you're a big part of my subscriber list and people watch my videos. So let's see, 8 p.m. I think, is that 1 a.m. in London, maybe? I don't know. I don't know UK times. I know it's early. It's getting to be early in the morning over there. That I do know. And, it's 8 o'clock here. It's cool, but, everyone's like, look, I gotta go to bed tomorrow, especially if it's during the week. Are you kidding me? So, the timings I'm still working on. One thing I will say about this mug, I like it because it's big, but because it's big, it's got a big mouth, it's really easy to have drinking problem. And I got that from airplane. The airplane drinking problem, meaning you could easily spill stuff on you. So if you're not paying attention and you do this real quick, so that's something to keep in mind if you decide to buy this mug. But no, I am having a grand old birthday. I was really feeling kind of down when I started this live stream. I'm going to be honest with you. And it's hard because I don't want to bring I don't want to bring more negativity than what it is. I will be honest, but if no one wants to see a live stream where I'm just like, life sucks, fuck the world, man, I have nothing good to say, and yeah, y'all are just here just to humor me. Y'all don't really give a shit about me. No, I ain't got no time for that, okay? So, I'll be honest, but I want to be positive as well. So, I'm really glad y'all are here. And I'm going to scroll back. We're going to look at some comments. Since I've been rambling. Now y'all know, when I say I can ramble, this is what I'm talking about. This is what happens when I don't edit. Let's see. So we were like, and I need to stop doing that because y'all don't need to see my forehead. That is not a good look. Okay, we got to aging, random things about your body. I still can't get over any plastic surgery on a 9-year-old, including labor. I'm still on that. I'm sorry, but I can't get over that. That is utterly batshit crazy to put a child through surgery that's not necessary. it's bad enough when it's necessary, and what's going on with my camera? It's bad enough when it's necessary, but to put them through all that, just why are they getting? Plus, who is it for? Like, seriously, I don't know many kids who really think about down there. They're just like, oh, whatever, it's cool, yay, feels nice. That's pretty much it. So it's weird. That's just a weird thing. I'm blown by that. Let's see. I actually don't buy. And see, okay, Morty Fairy back at 1:35 p.m. has this comment. I actually don't mind any plastic surgery or body modifications as long as someone is old enough. I myself want my tongue split in half, which is pretty extreme, gross to most people. And Morty brings up a good point that I did not consider. Body modifications, I can see it being part of plastic surgery. You are changing your features in a way, especially if you get the implants or, like Morty said, the tongue split. But first of all, these are adults. You can do what you want. And then also, my thing with body modification, I think it differs because no human beings have little horns in their head. No human beings have their tongue split. So these modifications, people aren't going into it trying to tell people this is really what I look like. You know, they're not 80 years old trying to pass themselves off for 60. They like that it's not natural. I think, having like the horn, the implants, and the scarification, and again the tongue split. Hell, even fangs, permanent fangs. There are people who are able to do permanent fangs. Miss Adora Batbrat is well known for her fangs that she got put in by a dentist. They are permanent, but they're not trying to say this is what I naturally look like. In fact, this is the opposite. They'll say this is how I feel like. That's a big difference. But they're not trying to convince anyone that they were born with a tongue split. I mean, so I think that's how I would differ. Neither one, as long as you're a grown person, you can do whatever you want to your body. It's fun. It's interesting. I understand body modification more than plastic surgery, but that's just me. But Morty brings up a good point in that, and so I think that's really the difference. The tongue splitting, I like the way it looks. It's even freaky because you can move the sides independently. That is not a modification I will ever get. It's just that, and anything with my nipples or no, it's just way too sensitive. Just thinking about it, I got my thighs together right now. just saying that, I just want to do this. Because, no, that's just way too sensitive. And then the healing process. I'm also careful with my mouth. I didn't inherit the best teeth. I mean, my dental hygiene is good. I floss and brush, and I have not been in this for a while. But I don't have the greatest teeth. So I like the labret piercings, and I know you can get, I guess there's silicone or whatever. But there's a risk of receding gums. It doesn't happen to everybody, and it really depends on the jewelry placement. I understand that, but when your teeth aren't strong or the best, I don't know. It's a matter of, can I take the risk, and do I want to take the risk? Because any foreign object you're putting in your body is a risk. So I'm just not willing to do that, much less getting my tongue split. It looks cool on other people, but I think I'll just stick. This hurt enough, and it didn't really hurt. Yeah, I'll just stick with the cartilage. That's all I can handle. I'm such a baby. We don't. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Zombie Mai. Yeah, the plastic surgery in Miami, she said lived in Miami, Florida. Plastic surgery was nuts. Everyone was getting it. I met a plastic surgery doctor whose wife was his living business card. He showed off the work he did. You know, I am aware of that in Florida. It's probably similar to LA in that regard. Yeah, Florida, Miami. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever wear a bathing suit down there because it's like LA. I just don't have the body. That is Miami, just like a lot of places in Florida, it seems to be you either have to be very young or elderly. You have to be a retiree or you just have to be young. People in the middle, I guess there's obviously people in the middle, they're doctors or the plastic surgeons, but cool to visit, but I don't know if I can live in Miami. I just don't know. But I would imagine the plastic surgery is ridiculous. So it's crazy. I mean, it's good. Let's see. Oh. Oh man. Yeah. I guess the challenge with us, really, as human beings, regardless of who you are, is it's one of those things people say accept yourself. It's not it's easier said than done, really. You have your people have their good days and their bad days. I have days where I'm like I look fabulous and whoever doesn't agree, that's their thing. I don't care. And other days it's just like yeah, I'm really over these roles, really over these wrinkles and lines. It's not all the time, but I think that's natural. I think that's the best you can hope for when you're living in a society where it's very superficial and youth rules. Um, Youth rules above wisdom because youth looks better. That's the reality of it. If we valued wisdom more than youth, we would value our elderly. Um, and there are cultures who value their elderly, and I would love to have a little bit of that attitude into my own country, because I think that's good. You know, they've had their youth, they've had their reproductive years. It's time for them to settle down and passive advice, because that's the thing we could use more of is good advice, not crappy run of the mill buy my new book advice. You know, real honest advice from actual people that's actually lived a life. So those are just my thoughts on that. I got a lot of thoughts today. Happy birthday to me. Let's see. Yeah, we were talking about breast sizes earlier. Lily Smith, I can't read. Lily White says, that is the truth. Men are just happy if you let them touch your boobies. Ha ha ha. I had mentioned that a lot of the breast size. I wonder if it's similar with men. I find like dear men, women really do get their breasts done and reduced for them. It is not for you. Believe me. Because a lot of y'all don't care about breast size. As long as the woman has breasts, I mean, if you're a straight guy, as long as the woman has breasts, you are good. And I think a lot of straight women feel that way with men's penises. And I don't know if penis size is even a big deal with guys. Maybe it is. I wouldn't know because I'm not a guy and I'm not with them alone where they talk, privately amongst one another. So I don't know if this whole guys being insecure of their penis size is more of a myth or what everything. But I can tell you, straight women don't care about that either. I don't even care if it's small. If you know how to use it and it works, we're good to go. That's all I need. It doesn't have to be like this big old organ. No, as long as you know how to use it, we're good. No, we're good. Let's see, we're getting back down to the comments. Oh, Grandma is turning 87. Happy birthday, Grandma. I don't know if you have your birthday yet, but I wasn't close to my grandparents, and I kind of wish I was, but that's not my mother's fault. There's a lot of abuse and alcoholism and type of thing in my extended family. So that's another thing. That's a whole nother issue with family connections and all that. I spent a summer with my grandma, and it was okay, and I have memories from that. But it's just not in the cards for me. It's just not the hand I was dealt. I could have, I could have got a better hand in life. I could have got a lot shittier hand too. So it is what it is. You make it work the best you can do. Her birthday's in July. Yay! My sister's birthday's in July. She is definitely a Leo. I get along with Leos. It's probably because I'm an Aquarian, and it's kind of like the opposite thing. I don't believe in astrology, but I find it fascinating. I'm always like, are you an Aquarian? Are you a Virgo? I'm always like doing that type of thing. But yeah, I love Leos. Leos are awesome. Leos to me, they tend to be, I know a lot of Leos who are sensitive, but they're extroverted, and I'm not extroverted, so they're very much fun people to hang out usually. I actually value wisdom more than wishful looks. I'm always attracted to older men. I think it's a Virgo thing. I can see that. I like it. Yeah, older men. Absolutely. Let's see. A lot of other countries value that. Yeah, I think that's what that's one of the things that irritates me about America is we're part of the world. We have things that we've shared with the world, but there are so many lessons that we can learn from other countries in the world. It's like there's no such thing as a perfect country, because there's no such thing as a perfect person. So you can't have a perfect country if it's run by humans who are not perfect. So what is the best country? What is the worst country? That's just a subjective question. It just is. So I feel like people get offended if you say anything bad about a particular country, particularly their own. And I understand that. It could be like, well, we're not that bad. But we're not perfect either by a long shot. There's no country's perfect. It's just like people. You work on your weaknesses and you value your strengths and you work on your weaknesses. It's not easier said than done, but that's just the way it is, I think. Let's go back a bit, shall we? Be a little more consistent with the comments, because what I'm doing is I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, and if y'all aren't following the comments, especially if you're watching this after the live stream is done, you're just like, come on now, help us out, where are you going with this? Okay. Let's start there. Let's see, get it together, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's a joke. Oops, I shouldn't say that. Speaking of YouTube, I find myself qualifying everything. Sometimes it's so I don't hurt people's feelings. Sometimes, especially lately, it's just so YouTube doesn't crack down on me. They've given me a strike before, and it's like, for offensive content, it's like, there was nothing offensive in there. Nothing. I think it was my Hey Fam video where I was saying, hey, we're family, we're all goths and gothic people and alternative. I don't know what that was about. They removed the strike, but it's scary. It's like, oh my god. I was close to tears because I got a strike, and then they don't tell you why. So it's like, can you at least tell me so I don't mess up in the future? No, they're not going to do that. You have to figure it out on your own. Oh no, oh no. Okay, let's see. Alright, come on. Come on, Miss Dacia Denise. Yes, that's my name. Dacia. And if you forget, Dacia. Or you call me Das, you call me D. But people ask me, because I kind of say it so fast. People, I've seen my name mentioned in a couple other videos, and they had a little trouble. They're like, oh, I hope I don't pronounce your name wrong. So that's how you pronounce it. And Miss SoulFlower, if you're nasty. There you go. I had to do that. Y'all know I had to do that. Let's see. Yes, bubble water. Wow, I was way out here. I'm so saving these comments, and if I can't, I'm gonna be highly upset. Okay, yes, we were at Miami, Florida, in plastic surgery. Is it true? Oh yeah, then we talked about boobs. Okay. Y'all are chatting with each other, which is awesome sauce. I said in a confused way you could do it. Okay. Ugh. 50 Shades of Green markers. That's hilarious. Wonder how much that would cost. Yikes. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I was. Let's see. Okay, see, there's a couple other people being unemployed, and yeah, you know what? I'm looking for a job, but I am taking advantage of the time I have. Because one of the things I fussed about. Am I still on here? Hold on, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Ugh. Okay. Okay, now it's green. Okay. But what happens a lot, and I've actually there are a couple older goths. I know not everyone likes older goths that said they had stopped dressing goth because of their jobs and was able to get back into it later. And I think it's the same way with artwork. Like I said, you get so wrapped up into the job, and if you have kids, you wrapped up in family, things like that, and things just go on the back burner. And so, as long as you're alive, you can always come back to that. So it makes me happy when I see older goths who took a break and they say, you know what, I miss it. I'm going to do it again. And I feel the same way with artists of all types. And it's nice. You come to a point. It's like you've tried it without the art. You've tried to do it the conventional way, and it's soul sucking. It really is. It's just like, I'm gonna tell you what happened. You know, like when one of the office jobs I worked in years ago, I was sitting in front of a computer. It's not like sitting in front of a computer. You're doing your work, and then you just sit there. And you're just like, I am wasting my life away. This is where the majority of my time is going. And I'm happy to have a job, but at the same time, do I really have to do this for another 25 years? Minimum. Let's not act like they can't increase the retirement age. But even if they did, it's just like, ugh. Now, if you're doing what you love, you probably won't really go through this. Or if you're doing a job that actually makes a difference in people's lives. You probably could be a nurse, you could be a social worker, a teacher, a fireman, a police officer. Things that they directly benefit from the community. But sitting in an office, doing data entry and spreadsheets, nothing wrong with that job, but I mean, give me a freaking break. Like, this is why I hate one of the questions I hate. What do you do? I start answering, I'm a dancer and I draw. Oh, you're a professional? No. You asked me what I did. And, yeah, it's a little snarky maybe, but you're like, oh no, what do you do for a living? Oh yeah, I work customer service at Company X. You're like, And keep in mind, I live in the Washington, D.C. area. People are very into your resumes here. They've got long-ass job titles. Like, yeah, I'm a lobbyist for EPADZX123. This is the Washington office. I don't work in the New York office. It's just kind of like, good grief. Like, all these job titles and all these acronyms and degrees. Okay, that's not my scene. It's just not. Nothing wrong with that. But that's what I mean by the conventional. You just sitting there, and it's one thing to be ignorant of it, but then you're like, you're sitting there, and you're spending time, the majority of time, doing this. But you have bills, and you have to pay them. So so when I see older goths and alternative, whatever, older creative people, whether it's taking a break from art or taking a break from fashion, music, whatever, it makes me happy when they are able to come back. Sometimes they come back working the same job. They just maneuver it and make it work. Sometimes they've changed jobs or even retired, whatever the reason, but they're able to come back. The job I've been laid off from, I didn't start there looking like this. I had my little afro. It was like kind of a light brown, reddish color, but it wasn't red. And, white shirt, black skirt. I didn't have my septum ring yet. So, yeah, I went in. I know how to do an interview. I know what needs to be done. And then 10 years later, here we go. So it always makes me happy when people are able to come back to what they're gifted at. You can call me Miss SoulFlower. That is awesome. My atomic. Lily. Oh, Lily White. You thinking I lived in Atlanta because I did live in Atlanta. I had mentioned it. I don't know if you've seen previous videos of mine, but the ones like Black Elder Goth, Here's My Thoughts, or whatever. Whenever I talk about my college days, that was in Atlanta. So that's where you're getting it from. When I started Goth, I was going to school in Atlanta. So that's why you probably thought I lived in Atlanta, because I did live there at the time. But no, I live in Maryland, close to DC. So yeah, that's easy to get confused. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, someone else going back to drawing. Let's see. It's glitching. Let's see. It's a really nice name. How's it spelled? Dasia. And when people see it, they think it's Deja. Because, in fairness, the few people who have my name, and it is few, they call themselves Deja. And it makes sense. It's a D plus Asia. But no, it's spelled that way, but it is Dasia. My mom, I said, where'd that name come from? I had to wait to the internet to figure out what that name. I knew what it meant, gift of God. She knew that, but I was like, where did this name come from? Because I had no idea of its origins. Apparently, it's Greek. It's ancient Greek. And that's why I started using my first and middle name. Because this is when I started belly dance, and I was looking for a dance name, and it was Greek, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's perfect, because they do belly dance in Greece. Shiftatelli, that's Greek. So, yeah, absolutely. So, I didn't know what it meant. I mean, I knew what it meant. I didn't know where it came from. I said, where'd you get this name, Mom? She's like, oh, I got this name from, she said it was an African priest, okay, this was the 70s, okay? That's all I have to say. Some African priest dude suggested a name. This was the 1970s, and that's all I can say. I was like, okay, it involved an African priest in the 1970s. Who knows? And my mom was straight-laced. No, this wasn't a result of weed or any type of pharmaceuticals, just so you know, because it's really easy to think that. It was the 70s. So it's still glitching. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to wrap this up here because it's starting to glitch. I don't know if it's very cloudy where I'm at, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It's not a clear day. But we have been, I am impressed. It has been 2 hours. Let's see, 2 hours, 45 minutes. and I haven't shut up since. There was no quiet lulls at all. Woo! And y'all made that possible. So we're gonna wrap this up. In closing, so what am I trying to say? Yeah, I went through all that. I didn't think I'd get through it all. But yeah, that's the deal. Next week, Saturday, it'll be a regular video. It'll be a haul that's different from what you saw. So we'll have that, and just be back to regular videos. I am working on artwork and trying to see what I can do to make that into videos. Because I do want to incorporate some art. People have expressed they want to see belly dance as well, so I am working on that. So yeah, just I am working on Amazon affiliates. Just so people who they ask me where I get my things, and I can tell them, and if you want to purchase, hopefully you can get some time off. I'm still working on the particulars on that. I do want to do a Patreon as well, but that's still pending because I feel I want to give y'all something. I don't want to just set up a Patreon and be like, help me out, which is appreciative, but I do want to give something back. Like, why should you support me? That type of thing. But that's taking a little while, and that's okay. I'm not rushing through any of this. My main focus is to create content and to put it out at the minimum every Saturday. That's my goal for this year. And whatever extras I have, there will be extras. I'll work on that. But I got to put weekly content, because that's what it says on my banner. Videos every week. So I really want to stick to that. So, I feel better. I feel this was kind of a mental cleanse that I needed. I got my feelings out there, and I got a lot of support from you guys, which is very helpful, and I'm able to rock and roll, basically. Started my birthday, not feeling it. I'm like 45, I'm getting fatter, I'm getting older, and bleh. And now I'm like, oh no, I'm fabulous. I'm ready to draw and dance and just show the world what I can do. So I thank you guys for that. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Just no music in you. Yes. Okay. So I appreciate every single one of you. I am so glad you were able to make it to this live video. And for those of you watching after the live video, thank you for watching. I think I'll add some timestamps because we're at 2 hours, 43 minutes. And I do want to give somewhat of a guideline to people who are coming after the live stream is over. Thank you so much. And TTFN, I'm going to say bye, but again, feel free to hang out. This is the end of the video, but what I want to do now, I want to see how to save these comments, and I need to leave the live stream open. So, talk to yourselves. I may come back to the comments, but little nose wipe for you. If I don't come back, TTFN, thanks for helping me celebrate my birthday. Bye. Okay, now it's research time. How do I save the comments? Yeah, feel free to keep going, because that just means it's not going to end. So, let's see. Okay, so, okay, let's see what happens when I do this. I don't know what that means. Okay, so okay. How the heck do I do this? What is this? Tags for YouTube. Okay. Okay, there we go. Restore. Alright, let's see. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's see. How did I save this? Okay. Alright, let's do this. Saving comments. YouTube, why do you have to make this so difficult? I mean, freaking honestly. This is some bullcrap right here. Let's see if I do this. Did they let me do that? No. So how do I save the chat? Let's see. I do not see that option. Oh. Okay. Where do I save that? Save that. Thanks, piece of shit. Okay. I'm really hoping. What's the name of this thing? But learn. Alright. There we go. There is a lag. Let's see. Where's my chat? Oh, there it is. So. I don't see it. How to save live chat. There we go. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Screenshot. Okay, let me do that first before I screw up. All right. Let's see. Oh, Shift Command 4. Y'all know I'm. Okay. This is such a pain in the keister. Like, seriously? Okay, 124. Let's see if we can do it. 124. It is never easy. Oh, what that was. Okay. Keep features. Love your comments. I can't believe I'm doing all this. Like, it's gotta be an easy way. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Okay, so where the heck are the... Got this BS super chat. Super chat? What? Ugh. Ugh. How the heck? Okay, let's see. Save. So how do I do that? Live chats aren't meant for reading later. Why the hell not? That's crap. But to react to them instantly as the video is live. Well, if I'm looking at the daggone camera, I can't read and look at the camera at the same time. Do y'all ever do live chat? I mean, seriously. Such a hassle. So how the F do you do that? Read them once and it's exactly the same way it was live. I don't know where. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna have to do a backup chat. I'm gonna have to do a backup because let's see. Okay, we're gonna do this because seriously, YouTube's getting on my nerves. I'm talking because I'm talking to myself and whoever's out there. If there's anyone out there, I just don't want to close this live chat. So yes, I am screenshotting everything because I don't trust this program at all. So I'll just save it. I don't know how to save this thing. I don't know if the saving's automatic or what. But we're gonna. Oh, I am Gothic SoulFlower. I do know how to get around stuff. So we gotta make it work. Make it work. The Honorable Tim Gunn. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Yep, nice screenshot right when it says get together, YouTube. Talking about live chat isn't meant to read later. What if you're one doing the live chat? How the heck am I supposed to read it and talk to people? They don't have good sense half the time. Have they taken leave of all their senses? Yes, they have. They have. I don't know who out there is listening. I hope you like this bonus footage of me talking to myself. At least I'm aware I'm talking to myself. You don't want to see it if I kind of drift into a self-script where I forget that I am saying things out loud. So, oh, you weren't meant to hear that. Whoopsie. Okay, I may have to... Okay, I think we're getting towards... I think... However long it takes, screw it, because it'll make it all difficult. I don't know how many programmers are out there. Y'all are probably laughing like, wow, is she really doing all this? Yes, I am. I don't know what the F I'm doing. And that is the truth. That is the truth, darlings. I admit it. It is the truth. I obviously don't do this for a living. And luckily, Edgar is asleep. He will be all up in this. Oh, yeah, here's the artistic talk, where we talk about artist stuff. Watch, I get to the end. So I was like, you could have just did this. That will be for next time. Well, speaking of how to save live chat comment, I can't believe there's no videos on this. Either they're in another language or they're old. Like, you know. I don't see nothing from 2012. Might as well have said 1982. That's how fast technology rolls. It's funny, I'm looking at this video, I'm talking, and there is definitely a delay. It's very interesting. There we go. Got some black and white rules. So many screenshots, this could be funny. And if it manages to save it, it's beautiful. I can. Ooh, I am starving to eat soon. There's a lot of good stuff here. Tell me I don't need to read the comments. I want to hear what people had to say. I would have chatted by myself on my couch. Let me put all this together. Oh. Getting down to the end of the line. End of the line. To the end of the line. Opa! Yes, Greece. Yeah, YouTube, I'm not gonna be able to read all this while talking. What the? Yeah. Here. screenshot. Oh. I bet this thing will save Jack. Watch. Just don't trust it. Beep, beep. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. It's alright, YouTube. We're gonna do our own thing. Shoot. Alright. Oh. Okay, let's see. What do I do here? Oh, here we go. Did I just... I'm losing track. Oh, yeah, behind the scenes. There we go. There we go. All right. So, let's do this again. Save YouTube live stream chats in the browser. Export to CSV. Later on. I don't see no save chat. See. Yeah, oh, 30. I don't see it. This thing lied to me. Fucking lied to me. Really? Unbelievable. I don't even see it. That's some BS right there. That is some BS right there. Really? I do not see an option. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, here we go. That's when I sign in. What the There we go. Ow! I think we got it. I think we got it. Yes. All right, I think I'm ending for real. There we go. Ow! I think we got it. Yay. Yes. All right, I think I'm ending for real. Bye. Whoever's around. That was exciting. Seeing me try to that's how I try to figure out what to do on the computer. Later. Bye. Whoever's around. That was exciting. Seeing me try to that's how I try to figure out what Wow, I got all sorts of things going on.